the desires of the flesh come not from the Father, but from this world.
I am so excited to see this show. Micaela, if you would like to start, and then Nicholas, what drew you to the series and made you want to get involved?
Ryan Murphy called, when Ryan Murphy calls and says you booked a part, you hop right on that plane. And I think also for me, I only got to read the first script when I had booked it. And the thing that drew me was this unlikely friendship between these two women who I think at another moment in their lives wouldn't really give each other a shot. But I think Sister Megan and Lois see something in the other that I think is compelling to them, whether they're broken in themselves and see it in the other person or represent some sort of hope for both of them. So that's really what started it for me. And also how fun to play a nun in a horror genre. There's kind of a world of choices there. So
we were on the back half of shooting Monsters when Ryan called me and told me about Grotesquerie, and he said, Nick, I have this really exciting new project that I'm working on. I want to share some of the scripts with you. And as soon as I started reading them, I was hooked instantly. And I knew that this would provide me an opportunity to bring a different element of my creativity to the project, because it's not playing a real person who existed, so I could use my own imagination to fill out the different aspects of who Father Charlie is, which was a great opportunity.
Oh, well, I'm curious if there was, because Ryan Murphy is behind so many great shows, obviously, if there was one earlier on that you guys saw before you ever spoke to him that made you think, I need to be in a project with him because of this show.
Well, I watched Dahmer when it came out, and I was blown away. I was blown away by Nisi and by Evan. And so when I got the opportunity to work with Nisi on this project, it really became full circle for me. Yeah.
This has nothing to do with this genre, but I was primed audience for Glee. So and I think any director who has the scope of doing Glee and Dahmer is rare. I don't know how somebody can have that kind of humor and camp and go to something so incredibly dark and evil. And I think that is the mind of Ryan. That's the mind of a genius.
Well, can you each describe your characters for someone who hasn't seen the show yet and kind of state the role that they play into unraveling the mystery of the show this season?
Father Charlie is tasked with trying to reinvigorate the church and keep the community together amidst all these really, really horrific murders. And then he also brings a lot of unconventional ideas that he views as progressive to the more traditional members of the Catholic Church. So yeah, it's a really compelling character, and he has a lot of different objectives, and then he's also grappling with the discrepancy between what he feels inside and what he feels tasked with to do externally. So yeah, really, really compelling.
The string of murders that's happening through this town have real religious undertones and references, and so Sister Megan, who's a nun and a journalist, kind of struts her way into the precinct of Lois Tryon, who is kind of the lead amazing detective on the case, the only one who will be able to solve it, and proves her worth. And how she's going to be quite useful in helping her solve them. And I think that as a pair, they make a really interesting duo. I think them together, their energies, I'm incredibly front-footed and she's incredibly laid back in a way. And I think together it's a really fun mystery solve crime moment.
Yes, I mean, the moment that I saw that you guys were going to be teaming up, I was like, oh, this is a show that I'm here for.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it looks like that is about my time for today. But thank you guys both so much for joining me.
These murders are parables.
He's playing with us.
He's a prophet, trumpeting the coming of the end.